especially when I was a beginner, and it's not a problem I addressed until I was later into sort of my jiu-jitsu journey as such, was open guard passing. I was really shit at passing, still am in some ways, but one of the biggest things I used to find was I was really scared of people who play guard, and then like pull guard to a butterfly, especially no-gi, and as soon as they sit down you've almost got this thing of like, oh shit, what do I do now? Or like, because of people doing leg locks or they're doing like big fancy sweeps, you kind of get a bit jittery. So what we're going to look at is how do we deal with the open guard position. So more often than not, people may take a grip and literally just sit down, and I could break away from this. So you get to these situations, especially if you're training with like higher belts who like leg locks, or even just open guard in general, they'll sit, they'll be dead casual, and there's that almost pressure on you on top to be like, oh God, I've got to pass like straight away. What I find happens is you'll panic, and one of two things will happen. You'll run around like crazy, and then he spins in on some kind of leg entry, and then you stood really tall, they start to bring you down, and you start to get leg locked. Or you come in too tall, and then they shoot a takedown from the ground and you're not prepared for it. So what we're going to just look at to begin with, spend a few minutes on it moving around, is how do I force a position stabilised, and then sort of start the process from here to there. Because right now I've got no connections, it's all loose, I'm kind of just chancing it. So what I'm going to do, if he wants to leg lock me or sweep me, he's got to make some kind of connection. More often than not, they're going to start trying to tie up with their hands. So I'm going to take that weapon away from him, I'm going to match his level, I'm going to come forehead to forehead, and I'm sort of in like a wrestling stance. So when I'm guard passing, my stance is no different to whether I'm wrestling or I'm passing. I want to get my head to his head, because look, if I control his hands but I'm upright like this, if he rips his hands away now, I've now got to lower my level and try and match him. So I might as well deal with that straight away and match his level head to head. Now look, I'm going to go left or right. I'm going to go left because that's the side I want to start to pass. So I'm going to walk to the left, and as Jack's following me, I'm going to move my head to the outside. The reason I'm doing this is because now, if I'm on his right side, hand on his hip, hand on his knee, and I'm going to push his head towards the mat, I'm going to step into his half guard. Now, sometimes when you do this, they may just accept the half guard, that might be the position they want to play from. But, we're hand fighting, head to head. Look, if he rips his hands away now and tries to take me down, my head's in the way, I've created that buffer naturally. So I'm a little bit more confident when I'm going across. Head switches to the outside. If my head's on the outside, that's where I'm going to push him. Hand to the knee, hand to the hip. Now look, if he doesn't pull half guard, I'm just going to slot my knee behind his knee, keep pushing him onto his back, and just get that hook. So is everyone okay like sort of that position so far? Once I get into half guard, just turn this way. The biggest thing is settling. When you get to the position, don't feel like you have to rush, because people get here, it's like, fuck, I've got to pass straight away, oh, he's going to sweep or submit me. We're just going to settle the position first. So all I'm going to look to do, if I'm sat in front of him like this, there's all this space for Jack to get underneath. So he could tuck under, start trying to pull my legs up. So again, I'm just going to close the space. I'm going to take my knee 45 degrees and tuck it into his hip. And now look, if I leave my feet splayed, Jack would grab my ankle nice and easy there, start lifting it up and attacking. So knees into his hip, and now look, whether you cross your ankles or whether you just put your feet together, I don't mind, but watch. Now just sit heavy on that leg I've got trapped in half guard. So if Jack tries to pull my leg out now, see I've closed that space naturally, all right? If he moves away and starts to make that space again, and he can start to get his arm under, what do you think I should do?
Move forward.
Move forward, yeah, fill the space back up, yeah. Like, at the end of the day, jiu-jitsu is not stagnant, it's always going to be moving. So if Jack makes the space, I'm occupying that space the whole time. The last thing I've got to worry about, again, if he's going to come over me, if he's going to knee bar me, if he's going to sweep me, needs some form of connection with his hands. It would be very hard for him to submit me with just his legs. So I'm just going to grab his hands to begin with, and when he tries to make that space, I'm just filling that space. And that's all I'm going to focus on to begin with. So from the top, he's in butterfly, we're here, head to head. Imagine you're wrestling. I'm going to walk to the side I want to try and pass, so I want to pass to the left. When I'm ready, head slips to the outside. We're going to push him down with our head, hand to the knee, hand to the hip. Knee slots behind his knee. And now look, if I want to do this in one, I'm literally just going to tuck 45 degrees in, or I can just get half guard, then tuck 45 degrees in, get his hands, again look, my feet are together, I'm making little to no space. If this is open or my foot is out, prime for Jack to start attacking it. Yeah? We all okay with this? Mm-hmm. Let's go. You don't have to.